Hi everybody, Tea-Time Gal. Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make these adorable little kind of like carnation flowers out of cupcake liners. Um, this one here was done on a mini cupcake liner. It was silver, so the underside is silver and the top part is like whitish. That was done on a mini, and I did it on a 20 gauge wire. These I did on bamboo skewers. This was like a striped one, and the striped is on the underside, and the top part is white. If you wanted the striped part to be on the upside, I will show you how to do that as well, because I did that on the green. The green was on the underside, and I just wrapped it differently to get the green to be on top. That's the green one, and then here's the pink one. So if you would be interested in finding out how to make these out of cupcake liners, I will show you how it's done. Just come down here with me on the desktop and we will get started. Okay, I have some large cupcake liners. We got white, we got this red polka dot. And then I have this mini cupcake liner. It has like, I think it's like snowmen on it for like Christmas time, but it was all I had on standby. So the mini one we're going to do on a 12 gauge wire that I have here. And you just cut out a section. I know this is like, I don't know how big this is. Like 9 inches, something like that. However long you want your stem to be. And then I have bamboo skewers for the bigger ones, because they need a little more stability because they're bigger flowers. You're going to take anywhere from 4 to 8 cupcake liners per flower. These are really easy to do. You're going to need a hot glue gun. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a sharp pair of scissors. And that's it. So, you're also going to need some, I used, because I had some green cupcake liners, so I used the middle section of the cupcake liner for, my stems, for the buds at the bottom of the flower, this part. But you can use cardstock or tissue paper or napkin or whatever. You're going to need some circles cut out of green. I just used the inner part of the cupcake because we're not going to be using this middle part here. We're not going to be using that. We're going to be cutting it out and not using it. So I just used those. So that was fine. But you're going to need some type of real paper like green circles. Um, they're like an inch and a half round, something like that. And punch out some papers or just cut some or whatever. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, we'll do the little one first. No, we'll do the big one first. You're going to put all your cupcake liners together, and you're going to cut straight sections about a half to the 3/4 away between the bottom of the cupcake liner and the edge. You do not want to cut all the way up because we're going to be cutting this section here out and discarding it. So if you cut it all the way up to the top, your flower is going to fall apart. And you're going to want that edge here so that you can glue to wrap your flower. So you're going to want this all intact up in here. So only cut a half to 3/4 the way up, and you're going to cut real straight. You don't want it to be cockeyed because then you're going to lose the petals. 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch away from each other. I'm going to cut all the way around. You're going to cut all the way around so that they're all cut. You're going to set that, you're going to then cut up all the way on one of them to the middle, and you're going to cut out this middle section. So you're going to have this, and you can just disregard this or save it for another project, whatever. And you're going to have this with all the little cuts in it. I'm going to set that aside. We're going to go ahead and cut the other ones as well. Do the same thing with your minis. Once you have them all cut out, you're going to get your rainbow skewer. Now, if you want the pattern part to show on the top part of the flower, like this green one is, you're going to want to wrap it this way so that the pattern paper is facing down. If you want the pattern to be on the underside, like it is on this one, you're going to want to wrap it with the pattern up. So we're going to do it with the pattern to be on the upside, like it is on the green one. So we're going to wrap it with pattern down. What you're going to do is you're going to take your hot glue gun, and you're going to put a little glue on the end of the stick, and you're going to wrap with the petals facing up. And you're going to start this on the stick real good and wrap it. Now, when you wrap this, you're going to want to wrap it tightly and make sure you're keeping it even. Don't let it roll down on the stick because then you're going to have an uneven flower. You want the flower to be nice and dome shaped. So you're going to want to wrap it evenly, and it's going to get really thick in here. And you're going to use hot glue as you go to glue it down and make sure that the petals stay relatively close to the edge and that they stay in uniform. So you're going to run a bead of glue down the edge of your cupcake filter or liner, and you're going to want to wrap tightly and make sure it stays even and tightly. So see how it stays nice and even here? Don't let it roll down on the stick. It's going to want to roll down on the stick because it's curved, but don't let it do that. It's going to take a little effort to make sure it stays even. And give it a little bit of a squish. Make sure it gets all tacked down good. There's your first one. You're going to do this with each one of your cupcake filters or cupcake liners. You're going to put a little bit of glue. Make sure that the petals are face down and that they're going the right direction. They're fanned up. And just continue to wrap around. The more cupcake liners you use, the fuller your flower is going to be. Once you have all your cupcake liners, you can put anywhere from 4 to 8 on. It's fine. I can't remember how many I put on. I wasn't counting. You're going to take your little circle. You're going to poke it about in the middle. Thread it on. You're going to put glue in the bottom of your flower. And around the edge of the bottom of the flower. And you're going to slide your piece on, bump it up to the bottom, and then fold it up around the edge, crinkle it, wrinkle it, whatever. Get it all stuck on. And more glue if necessary. And you're going to want to wait for a minute or so and let the glue allow it to cool a little bit. And you're going to want to fluff the flower. And how you're going to fluff the flower is you're going to take your finger and you're going to bend down petals, flick them down, starting on the outside edge. So fluff them down. All the way in the middle. There you go. You have your flower. You can put some greenery, some leaves on it if you like. You can paint the stem green if you like. Um, whatever you want, that's fine. Or you can clip off the stem if you want and put it on a package or whatever. And there you go. If you wanted it to not have a stem, there's another one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up while I put these other two together, and we'll check back with you when I get them done. There's our two smaller flowers we made out of the mini cupcake liners. And here's ones we made out of the big cupcake line. Very pretty. Put them in a vase or whatever. You can paint, like I said, you can paint these bamboo skewers green if you want. I didn't, but you can if you want to. You can wrap floral tape around the wires to make them green if you want to. You can add some leaves to them, some leaves off of some artificial flowers that you have laying around, or you can make them out of foam, or you can make them out of cardstock, or whatever. I didn't, but you can if you want to. But there's some ideas. And there you go. They look like little carnations, I think. I think they look very pretty. So there you go. There was a tutorial for today. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you.
And hey, while you're at it, why don't you subscribe to the channel? Leave a link or leave a comment down below and let me know how you're doing. Let me know if I'm doing all right and let me know what you're up to lately. Click the like button. Clicking the like button really helps my channel grow and supports me. Share the video on other social media outlets, and click the notification bell and click all so you know when I have a new video that's uploaded or when I go live. That really helps my channel as well. So supporting me is a really big deal for me. I'm not a very big channel at this time, and it helps me to grow and reach more people on YouTube and allows me to grow my audience. So if you would like to support me, that's the best way you can by clicking the like button, subscribing, clicking the notification bells, and sharing my content on other social media outlets. That's the best way you can support me at this time. So I would really appreciate it if you take a time to do that. And thank you very much. And with all that being said, y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you on the flip side.